Hello guys, so real quick, this is spoilers for 1.20. It's about the village, but I want to talk to you about roofing. So turn away now if you don't want to know stuff about 1.20. So I've managed to find the village through going in the map. There's like a new map piece that you can find, and it kind of directs you to the village. And it's got some really incredible roofing. I mean, the way they do roofing in this village and the way Tyrone, whoever designed it, has done such an incredible job, because it's kind of how you'd expect roofing to be done in real life. So you go inside a building, you've got the support beams, and then the roofing kind of goes on top of that. Except these beams, they're great, and we've got them in the game, kind of, but you don't have, they don't have collision, so you can't really put stuff and build on top of them. You got to do some wacky, difficult, awkward, intricate stuff to actually do that. And then some of these blocks you can't really you can't chisel these blocks, so you can't change what's underneath. So if you want to make like a sod roof or whatever, you're stuck with the aged wood on the underside. So if I show you the sod roof real quick here, for example. So if I wanted to make this out of a sod roof, but I wanted to use the rammed earth texture, which is beautiful, this is incredible, I can't wait to use this, you can't chisel this. So I can't get rid of the ugly wooden texture to then have a sod roof with the wall that I want to use. I'd have to replace this whole thing with that kind of wood, and I hate that. I don't think that's very good. This is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love this. I want to make roofs like this in Vintage Story in 1.20, except these are special blocks that you can chisel these. Where's my chisel gone? Chisel. There you go. So you can chisel these. Oh, yeah. So you can chisel away, and they're multi-block chisel bits. Except as you can see, like, they don't actually have the roof bit on here, and if I was to put down like a shingle roof, so if I was to try and replace it here, this is what it'd look like, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm so upset. Not upset, it's a bit dramatic, but I mean, just look how much better that looks. Because you'd have to do all sorts of weird things to try and hide the face of this, or put a bunch of these beams, and you can't chisel it to make it rammed earth. Again, absolutely love the textures and the variations. Such a good idea. I hope they got more materials coming with that. I've sort of come up with what I think how we could do it. And again, these things are incredible, but you can't make these. Or maybe you can, it's just incredibly difficult. I've not figured out how to make these yet, because these don't have collisions. So I was trying it here, and the whole placing of these beams is so awkward and janky. So in the new update, there's these new roof beam ridges, which are so good. So the idea for the roofing would be, you set up your house as you would. Now you want to make a roof, so you get your little roof support beams, as it were, and you do your ridge. That's kind of like how you do it in real life, kind of, and then you'd bring the beams down from there on either side, and again, I've got a huge problem with how these are placed, because you can see that the preview was there, and then when I clicked it to place it, it kind of goes off to one side, or it goes in a little bit or out a bit. It's super janky, but these could be incredible, like a new way to make roofs. And then you got your shingles excuse me, which you could put on top, except if I didn't have this here, I wouldn't actually be able to, oh gosh, yeah, they're just a bit janky, because there's nothing here to click on, because this doesn't count as a block or anything. I can't, so I'm clicking, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but you can't place it on there. And obviously it's like one solid sort of straight line. It doesn't have the really nice sort of jaggedy edges that these roofs have, which is way better. But ultimately my point is, for roofing for 1.20, this is absolutely incredible. I love these, what are these, eaves, awnings? Really good. I'd really like to see a way to make these in game, either just easier or as actual blocks that you can place, and yeah, maybe have the underside of the current roofing that we've got, you know, have the underside so where we could either chisel it, or whether it kind of automatically detects what block is underneath and it copies the texture and just leaves the shingles. That's kind of where I'm trying to go with this, because God, they just, look at this. I really want to do this in my buildings, but if I tried to place a beam, it's just so awkward. And then I'm going to press, is it going to work? Nope. As you can see, I mean, that kind of worked in my favor, but it went back one, and there's nothing I can figure out on how to actually change it. It just seems really janky. There we go, did it again. I clicked it when it was up here, and then it went back one. I mean, I think now that I've seen this village, this has kind of got to be my building style. It's just incredible. I think it really fits in the game. The textures are perfect. The execution's really, really good. But we unfortunately cannot do it at the moment. Not without it being super janky, even like these steps, you know. I mean, it could be done. This could be done, probably quite easily. But again, you misplaced with the janky beam, and it's kind of there you go. See, it placed it above, and it's so hard to find the actual block now to delete it. So if I want to get rid of this, you know, there's no like collision box. I'm just smacking through it. I can't find it. Same up here. Oh well, there you go. But it's super janky. Essentially, I'd like to see that reworked or just made it so it's more user friendly. Oh man, again, these blocks, they're so cool, but they seem to be sort of specialist blocks that were made potentially just for this. But I would love to be able to make these kind of buildings. They look incredible. So yeah, thanks for listening. Hopefully someone who has, you know, a sway in the game can have a little look and figure it out, because it's, yeah, top notch work. Thank you.